Today I'm going to share with you a legend that has begun over 15 years ago for one family. Last week we went through the whole inquest and listening to the 7 deaths of all these students that went out to further their education and left their home, their community, their reservations, and their loved ones to have a brighter future. Out of all 7, there were 6 boys and 1 girl. This is the reason why I have these 3 and these 3, the boys. And there's 1 girl named Robin Harper, who is actually from the same community as Kyle was. This is not the first time my community of Key Island First Nation was affected by this. After my son had left, I did an art show with his younger brother, Josh Kagiamak, to honor his older brother, Kyle, and the other 6 students, which we called the SevenFallinFeathers. That was the first time I ever tried to honor my son with the artwork that I do, that I had taught them. This in particular painting that is before me here, I had no idea I would ever do this. Not until all the recommendations came out, the 145 recommendations that came out. The day after it came out, I woke up 4 o'clock in the morning and I walked out these doors here. And I began to think of my son, and I felt there was a big void in my life still that I wasn't able to, it's not done. It's not done yet. So I called up my son Josh and I thanked him for taking the lead on the inquest. I'm proud of my son for doing that. His job is done. He did what I asked him to do. And after the inquest came out, when I sat outside, I thought to myself, I'm proud of what Josh did. Now it's my turn. And what my plans are for this painting is to gift it to the Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau. Not only him, but to gift it to Canada. So I had started this piece. Had no idea what was going to come out, but I trusted in the spirits and the grandfathers to give me the image that I needed to do this. The reason why I'm gifting it so that the pain and the hardship that each and every family that lost their child out of all of these children that went through the inquest don't go in vain. So right now I'm going to explain this painting to you. And I got to start on the left side, over here, on this side. My father always told me, if you have anything good to say, anything good to share, or anything good to teach, always make sure it's from your heart. Every time I shake a hand now, I always offer my left hand because it's closest to my heart. I've always taught Kyle and Josh that, and they do that today. So on top over here, where it starts over here, is the first branch where it begins. And over here is my son Kyle. This is the only one that I know who he is. These other children, I only know who Robin is, but who these other 5 are, whoever the parent thinks their child is. But out of here is the growth, where it begins, life begins. And this line here represents a branch, just a branch of the tree of life. And it comes down into Kyle, and it goes into his body, and it connects us to Kyle, to all the other children. And it comes over here, and it connects us, and it comes out again. And it's going back home where it came from. And where it came from is right here, in the middle of everything. I believe that each and every child has been looking down upon us the family, the coroners, the lawyers, each and every person that came to testify during that inquest, because that inquest was the largest inquest in history of Ontario. If it wasn't for each and every one of us who testified, who cried, who laughed, this would have never come out. And in my statement, I wasn't there, and I asked my son Josh to read my statement that I prepared. In my statement, I said, I believe each and every one of these children are wearing a crown of flowers. I said that because of Jesus Christ himself wore a crown of thorns. But these children here, they look down at us with a crown of flowers. So that's why I put all these flowers that began from here, from the tree of life, the very first day that they were born. And this shows their whole life, their connection together until they go home. And this is their home. This is where they are right now. After the crown of flowers that you see, each and every individual person, as they live in this world, him, 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 her, him, him, him. They died, they're gone, they went home. And when their spirit left their body, they transform into a little bird, a white bird. This is them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're flying up. They're going home. They're going home. On their way home, they have their grandfathers who's already left this place. They're waiting to meet them halfway to take them home. There's no Morrisseau, Panagy's, all the other ones, Harper's, 7 grandfathers. All the grandfathers are right here to take them in here, right here. This is the last thing I ever did on this piece of artwork. Took me a while to think about it. I knew I had to add this cross in here. My belief is traditional belief. I believe in the drum, I believe in the feather. The other families, some of them believe in the cross and the Bible. So this is why I had to put this here, this cross saying King. These handprints are my handprints on each side of the cross. And above here is the Star of David. I've never ever painted the Star of David until I met Alan. The story I shared to you about the bear the other day, about all the abuse and all the bad stuff that he went through. That boy found a bear who loved him better than anybody else did. He doesn't want to go home after that. And that's the way I think of David. I'm that little bear. The Star of David is Alan. I feel comfortable with him. And I like where I am today. And this is where they're all going to go to. Thank you.